Hi, I'm Maya, this is the channel Bookworm Dreams, and welcome to a new video. Today we are attempting the 24-hour reading challenge, which is a prompt on HRCYED 2, and the point of this challenge is to read as many books as you can in a day. So the 24 hours is not true unless you can stay up for 24 hours, which is something I'm not going to do. The goal is to read as many books as you can. So for this reading challenge, I picked the smallest books on my TBR, which are mostly novellas, and I have a couple of comics or graphic novels here. So this is my TBR. First book I'm going to start with is Adrift in Currents, Clean and Something. Clear and Clean by Sean McGuire. This is, I want to say book 9 in the Wayward Children series of novellas. So this series follows children as they travel through mystery doors in our world and end up in various different other worlds and basically get traumatized. And some of the children get back, and when they get back, they end up in this school for wayward children. And in the school, they're making friends or enemies or whatnot. Basically, either trying to adapt to normal life again, or trying to get back to their worlds. So, Adrift in Currents, Clear and Clean, I think, is about the drowned world, but I don't remember much. The second thing on my TBR are 3 volumes of Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. Those are graphic novels in which we follow 2 teenage boys as they meet in a school, become friends, and then it turns into something more. Heartstopper is a very popular graphic novel. There are also 3 seasons of the TV show on Netflix, which I have seen all of them. I'm looking forward to reading the 3 novels. Another graphic novel that's on my list for today is El Defo by Cici Bell. I'm not entirely sure, but in this one, we follow a child who goes or is about to start to go to school with a hearing aid. And I guess we're going to explore their feelings on this in this novel. So those are already 5 things to read. So if I have time, my goal is to start at 10 a.m., which is in a couple of minutes, and then end at 10 p.m. So I can have like 12 hours of reading. It's not going to be uninterrupted. I have to help with lunch. I have to, do things around the house. And also I'm going to take breaks. I don't want to, burn myself out with this. So if I get to these 5 things, another thing I have prepared is Remote Control by Nenedia Korafor. If I manage to get to that, which I don't believe, so we'll see. I do have Ring Shout by P.J. Clark prepared as well. So we'll see how far I get. Yeah, so wish me luck. So it's 4 in the afternoon. I've just now finished Adrift in Currents, Clean and Clear. That's like 6 hours. Yeah, 10 to 16. Reading a 2-hour book. The reading was interrupted by many breaks because my concentration was shit and I just wanted to not read, so I didn't. But I finished the novella now. So in it we follow Nadia. Nadia her story starts as she's born in Russia to a young mother who gives her up to the state. So she grows up in an orphanage. And at one point, she is taken by missionaries back to America to be adopted by an American family. Nadia is born with one arm. Her right arm hasn't developed. And so she spent most of her life with her one arm, and she doesn't see any problem with it, but her new mother does. And they get her a prosthetic arm. And Nadia is very unhappy with her prosthetic arm because she doesn't think she needs things to help her. She manages well on her own. She doesn't think she's lacking and whatnot. And, unhappy, she finds herself at her favorite pond, looking at her favorite animals, the turtles, and she falls in the pond and falls into a new world where, as I understand, basically everything is water. And, she starts her life there, and then stuff happens because, it's a novella. I don't really want to spoil anything for you. But yeah, that's book 1. How long was my TBR for this 24-hour readathon? Like 6 books? 5? God. Right. So, yeah. That's book 1. It's 4. I have, what was I said I want to read till 10, so 10 to 10, so I have 6 hours. 6 hours of reading, so considering my current mood, let's not force stuff, so I'll do it like this. I will read volume 1 of Heartstopper, and then I'll read El Defo, and then we'll see if I feel like reading after that. So at least I get 3 books done today. My only complaint about the novella is I think it ended in an interesting place. I want to see what happens next. You know, that's usually with novellas. They usually like sometimes feel too short, and finally when stuff starts getting interesting, it's when it ends. So yeah, that's what happened here. So I don't really, I mean, do I remember Nadia from the previous books? That tells you a lot about my reading retention. So yeah, I wanted to know what happens. I'm gonna have to do research to see what happens with Nadia. So it's currently 6:30. I have finished volumes 1 and 2 of Heartstopper, and I read El Defo. Let's talk about El Defo first. This is an autobiographical graphic novel of the author Cici Bell as she describes her childhood. She lost her hearing when she was 4 after a brief illness, and it's about her figuring out how to accept her deafness or how she is perceived by other people. And you know, it's like kindergarten, school, and whatnot. Making friends in kindergarten and in school and having a first crush and whatnot. So yeah, it was an interesting read. I'm not going to rate it because it's someone's life and whatnot, and I always feel weird rating someone's life. But yeah, the art was fun, simple, and the story was interesting. So read that. Heartstopper. Now, volume 1 is about chapter 1 and chapter 2. I've been following along in there's a free online version from the author's like own page something, so I've been reading there. Heartstopper deals with Nick and Charlie. They meet, they become friends, and they become something more. So chapters 1 and 2, or volume 1, deals with their meeting and Nick developing, actually both of them developing a crush on each other. And the second volume deals with Nick mostly figuring out that he is bisexual. I mean, I'm trying to find words to describe this comic, but without making it sound condescending, because it's cute. It's so cute, and it's adorable, and it's just wholesome. I mean, there are some triggering events. Charlie is at the beginning in a relationship, even though he's like 14, with this boy who is not very nice to him. And in the second volume, there is Nick has some shitty friends that they're not his friends anymore. So, you know, they're kind of shitty to Charlie when they go out to the movies. But other than that, it's pretty wholesome and pretty nice. I've seen all of the show, so I sort of know how the story goes and develops and what happens to Charlie with some of his issues. But so far, the first 2 volumes, they were really, really good. I really enjoyed them. So yeah, I have like volume 3 that I can get to, because it took me only 30 minutes or 45 minutes to read a volume. So I'm going to read volume 3, and that will be it for today. So yeah, I'm gonna go read volume 3. Oh, it's getting darker. All right, so it's 7:10. I finished with volume 3 of Heartstopper. Volume 3 encompasses chapter 4 in the whole thing. So in chapter 4, Nick and Charlie do the whole Paris trip. If you've ever seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, still cute, still sort of wholesome. There's lots of kissing involved for 15-year-olds. So yeah, still cute, still wholesome, still a fun read. That's it for the reading. I'm calling it quits now. I've read my sort of minimum requirement. I don't feel like reading anything else, and I'm sure I'm not going to be able to focus on anything for the rest of the day, night, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go and eat stuff, walk my dog, and prepare for next week. It's a Sunday. If you've read any of the works I've mentioned in this video and you want to share your thoughts, please feel free to do so down below. Check out all the HRCYED information if you want to participate in this reading challenge. Remember, it's a reading challenge, so it's supposed to be challenging, as was today. But yeah, I'm doing so far so good, I have to say. I've technically finished up 2 prompts, which is great. I have 23 more to do. It's gonna be insane. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Press the like button if you like this video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!